Hey, College and Career Success. This is your week 2 assignment video. So if you have not already watched your chapter 1 lecture video, please make sure you do so. At the very least, look through chapter 1, open up the textbook, open up the slides, because all of these relate back to that chapter. So it's just going to serve you better if you have that foundation already. You've already either viewed the video, went through the PowerPoint, went through the text, something, you've navigated the text with chapter 1 somehow. It's going to help you as you get into these 4 assignments that all relate back to chapter 1. So just kind of keeping that in mind right away. So just as a quick overview, just a snapshot, you are completing a discussion forum this week. So same as your previous week, your week 1, you have to post by Wednesday, and that'll earn you week 2 attendance, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. You have 2 chapter 1 assignments. Those are both due Sunday, and then your chapter 1 quiz due Sunday as well. So basically everything's due Sunday except for your discussion forum, which your original post is due Wednesday, so you can earn those week 2 full attendance points. Even if you miss that attendance point, still post in the forum because that counts as a separate grade. So let's go ahead and get into the assignments so you know exactly what to do. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is your chapter 1 discussion prompt. So as a reminder, 150 words or more. Now, again, I do check it. I will copy paste and I'll see how many words it is, especially if it looks like it's way under. I'll double check. If it's only, 5 to 10 words less, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. If it's consistently like that, then you're going to start seeing points off. But whenever it's significantly less, that's when right away I knock some points off for it being not around the 150 words. So just keep that in mind, because this class is supposed to be preparing you for future classes, and you most definitely will have word or page minimums you have to meet in other classes. So here is your prompt. What will completing a degree do for you in light of your dream job? What will earning a degree mean to you and your family? So chapter 1, a big part of chapter 1 was about why are you here? Why are you in college? What do you want it to do for you? What are the perks? What is the value of your education? So that's what this post is about. And remember, to post, you just click on the name of the forum. You click on create thread. It's going to give you the prompt again. Subject, chapter 1 discussion, however you want to label it, and then you type right there. As you type, you do get a word count down here, or as I mentioned previously in the last the last week's lecture, you can also type it in Word and copy it over, whatever is comfortable for you. Just make sure it's complete sentences, 150 words or more. Then you're going to want to go in and make sure that you respond to 2 classmates or more. You are welcome to interact with more classmates in that, to get the rest of the points for that forum. Okay, so that's chapter 1 discussion. Post your original response by Wednesday for week 2 attendance. Respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. All right, let's move along to your first chapter 1 assignment, colleges and expectations. So this is going to kind of navigate a little differently based on what kind of student you are. By that I mean some of you are College Credit Plus students, right? Some of you are literally in high school right now. You are sophomore, junior, seniors in high school. Some of you are out of high school. So depending on where you are is how you're going to answer these questions. And so you can see there are 4 questions. You are more than welcome to bring up a Word document and type your answers in a Word document. So you can certainly kind of, do a Control-C, paste them in there. There's your Word document, and you can respond to them right there if you want to do that. Or you can click right in here, and it's going to restate all of the questions, and you can click on Write Submission, and you can answer them right here. Whatever is going to work easiest for you. And so here's why I say it matters where you are in your academic career. Question 1, it says, how far away do you want to live from your hometown? Will you be able to drive or will you have to fly? That means if you're currently in high school and you're still thinking about where you want to go to college. So some of you say, hey, I'm just going to go to Stark State still, I'm going to continue on here. Or maybe some of you are going to go to an out-of-town, out-of-state college or university. If you've already graduated, you're here now, you're not a current high school student, are you willing to relocate for your career? Are you going to move out of this area for a career? So again, you kind of vary how you answer that based on where you are. Question 2, what kind of extracurriculars are you interested in? What clubs or organizations are you currently in, if you're in high school, that maybe you want to continue on in college? Or if you're current college students, which ones do you want to try? Here's where you can go to find that information. If you go to our homepage, info for current students, which I'm still there from our last video, you can go under student clubs, click on this link right here, and there is a whole list of all these student organizations. Now, Stark State does not have sports, but we have a lot of organizations here. If you want to find out more about it, you just click the menu there. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So that's where you can go to find out more about our clubs and organizations. That has to do with question 2. Question 3, if you are a current high school student, what kind of college or university do you want to attend? So I know it connects a little bit back to number 1. You know, are you trying to go to a large school, a smaller school? If you are a college student only, are you planning on transferring? Are you going here for 2 years and then going into a 4-year university? If so, do you know where you're going? If you're not, just tell me. Nope, you plan to graduate from here, and you know, for now, that's the just stopping point until maybe later on, or that's all you need for your career path, whatever the case is. Now, question 4 is just if you're a current high school student, because I'm not going to make you, if you are a college student only, it says create a list of 10 colleges, universities you're interested in attending after high school, and there's links to kind of help you find some of those. But if you're a current college student, you might use this if you're thinking about transferring. So if you're thinking about transferring and you're not sure where you're going to transfer, certainly go ahead and use this as an exercise to maybe brainstorm, Kent State, Akron, Ohio State, whatever the case is. If you're a current CCP student, this is a chance for you to think where you're going to go after you graduate from high school. All right, so that's what I mean. Like, each of these will vary just a little bit based on if you are a CCP student who is currently still in high school, or if you are just a pure college student. So just make sure you answer it accordingly. All right, now the next one, Chapter 1 assignment, Dropbox, differences between high school and college. Our course coordinator did like a little video instructions on how to save as a PDF. If you want to watch that, that's going to help you. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. You click, here is the PDF right here. And in our Chapter 1 lecture, we did talk a little bit about like high school versus college and the different expectations and things like that. So here's kind of generalities. Again, not every high school is the same, not every college is the same, not every experience is the same. So these are generalities that describe high school. How is college a little different? So in high school, you're given frequent tests over small amounts of material. Study guides are often provided. In college, in general, you're usually given fewer tests over a larger amount of material, right? So that's the big difference. So you can type your answer right in there, all right? When you are done, I recommend going to your download and save it with your changes. If you save it without changes, you're gonna upload a blank document to me. So make sure you click with your changes, find a place to save it. I'm just gonna go to Chapter 1. It's gonna save as a PDF. I'm gonna go back into Blackboard. I'm gonna click on my Dropbox. I'm going to browse my files so I know where it is. I saved it to my desktop. There it is. I'm going to highlight it, hit open, and hit submit. Okay, I can't because I'm not a student in the class, but I know it's right there. And then I'll submit it. That is your Chapter 1, the second Chapter 1 assignment. Again, if you need like a quick tutorial on how to save your PDF more than what I just showed you, the little download with your changes, our course coordinator did have a little video there if that did not work for you. The very last thing is your Chapter 1 quiz. This is a Word doc, so you'll click on this. It's going to open up your Word doc here, Chapter 1 quiz. There are only 5 questions. However, you want to make sure that you respond to each of them in 2 to 5 sentences each. Complete sentences. So we're not just doing one word or bullet points or anything like that. And you can see some of them have multiple parts to it. All of these relate back to Chapter 1. It says, knowing why you're in college is important. What can you do now to make sure you keep your purpose for attending college in mind? So that's a very personal answer. How are you going to maintain your motivation? What are you going to do when you come across obstacles? Question 2 talks about transition. So transitioning from high school to college, from single to married, childless to child, whatever transition comes to mind. How have you in the past managed transitions? What did you do well? What could you have done differently? How can you use those experiences to help your transition to college? Question 3 talks about what do you do if your grades are lower than you really want? How can you adjust and move forward? Question 4 goes back to high school versus college. So really, this is building on your assignment that we just got done talking about. You know, how do you know someone has successfully gone from high school to college transition? You know, what kind of criteria would you say they use? And then question 5, how self-aware are you? You know, what is your self-awareness? How is that going to help you as a student? You can type right on the Word document, again, file, save it. Make sure you save it to your folder, your desktop, wherever you want to save it. Hit save. Go back in, click on the actual name of the assignment, browse your files, find where it is, highlight it, hit open, and hit submit. All right, those are your week 2 assignments. So as a recap, chapter 1 discussion, post your original response by Wednesday for week 2 attendance. Respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. Complete all of these assignments by Sunday as well. If you have any questions on you know, how to complete them, making sure that I've seen them as you submit them, just reach out. I will continue to message you within Blackboard saying, hey, you're all done with week 1, week 2, week 3, you know, just to make sure that you are on the right track and you know that I've been seeing all of your assignments. Hope you have a great week. Bye.